Good evening. Good evening and welcome. If everyone could please rise for the national anthem. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Gould. As we begin, how about a round of applause for the Saugus Middle High School band? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sullivan. I'm the principal of Saugus Middle High School, and I'll be your host for this evening. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of the Saugus Public Schools, I want to welcome you all to our beautiful school in this wonderful event. Tonight, we're here for the dedication of the first 7 NEC championship banners in the new complex. These banners commemorate the athletic achievements of our sachems since the opening of this state-of-the-art school. They also represent the continuation of a long, rich history of athletic excellence for Saugus High School. I'm very happy that all of you turned out for this event. I was talking to Mr. Hashem a moment ago, and we figured that Sachem Nation would turn out for this, but until 5:45, we really didn't know what the crowd would be. So we really do appreciate all of you coming out on this cold Tuesday night to honor our students and their achievements. So we have a few speakers here tonight to talk about these teams and the significance of this event. So first, I'd like to invite our superintendent, Mr. Michael Hashem, to say a few words.
Thank you. I didn't write anything down, but I'll just say a few things. I just want to thank the people that made this possible. I want to thank the Saugus Boosters Club who donated the funding for these 7 banners. I want to thank the school committee and specifically the athletic subcommittee that spent time trying to organize this. I want to thank Ms. Pillsbury and Mr. Sullivan. And I do want to have a couple of special thank yous. I'll thank Mr. Hatch for coming in as a member of the school committee. But I do have a couple of special thank yous. I want to thank Steve Napolitano, who spent the last few days up on a ladder, even though he's scared of heights, trying to get these banners up. And I want to thank one of our super fans, Mr. Dennis Gould, who tirelessly pursued this and made this happen. I'll be brief. I just want to congratulate all of the players, coaches, and families on all 7 of these teams. It's a tremendous accomplishment. The work you put into this on an everyday basis oftentimes goes unnoticed, but every once in a while, you're able to, you know, have that magical season and achieve one of these conference titles. I was fortunate, I was not fortunate enough as a player to have played on a Northeast Conference championship team, but I was fortunate enough as a coach to coach 2 of them. And one of my former players is actually here. But it's really nice to recognize the players and the coaches that made all this happen. So I hope you enjoy the night. I do think after having seen the banners up there the last couple of days, it does really pull the gym together and it makes it feel like our home now that we have these banners up there, and this becomes a lot more personalized. So again, congratulations, and I'm just very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent Hashem. I just want to add one more thank you in there, along with everyone else that Mr. Hashem talked about. There's a community member, I don't believe he could be here tonight, Jim Toomey, but he stayed on us the whole time, making sure that we got the banners, and it really was very helpful, so I want to thank him for that work. So next up, I would like to introduce our athletic director, Terri Pillsbury, and ask her to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. Please excuse my voice. I'd like to say thank you to not only my athletic subcommittee members, but the various members of the community outside of the building and inside of the building for helping to facilitate this. Thank you to all of my coaches who act as phenomenal guidance for these kids, not only in the classroom, not only in the school building and on the courts, but in life in general. We all know that athletics can teach us a whole lot about ourselves and our ability to persevere in times of difficult situations. So thank you so much to my coaches who are all here for everything that you do. It's not always the easiest job in the world, but I know that your student athletes and I and our administration appreciate you and what you do for our kids. So thank you. And an applause for you. Now for the fun part of the evening. I'm going to talk a little bit about each one of these teams that are up here. I'm going to ask, as I speak about it, about your team, we're going to start we're going to go right in chronological order. So when I announce your team, Northeastern Conference Champions 2021 softball, one of the members of the softball team stand up. As you all know, we have a very small school population here. So a lot of these kids are not only going to stand up once, they're going to stand up 2, 3 times. We're a small but not mighty St. Joe Nation here of athletes, and I just would like to say, thank you so much and congratulations for these accomplishments. It's great to be able to recognize it here this evening. Our 2021 softball team had a record of 9-4. That was the COVID season. It was the first season that we came out and were able to play after being shuttered for so long because of the pandemic. It was also the first season of power rankings, statewide power rankings for the MIAA. We came out with a 9-4 record, and we were ranked 9th in Division II. We were 8-0 in NEC divisional play, and they had a number of players who not only were selected as league all-stars, but also Aganis game all-stars, and Leah Ventry, I think I saw you, I can't see with my glasses on. Leah Ventry was selected as the MVP of the Aganis all-star game. This was their first conference championship in 10 years, so congratulations to the 2021 softball team members. Our volleyball team in 2021, I don't have the record, I apologize, but we captured the NEC league title for the first time, I believe first time ever. Am I correct, ladies? Yep, first time ever. So we appreciate that. Obviously had a number of all-stars and excuse me, number of all-stars as well as all-conference players. We did not have a state tournament appearance that year. We waited until this year to have that first milestone, but it was a successful season nonetheless. And if the 2021 volleyball team members could stand up, I know a lot of you are going to get tired of standing up and sitting down again. Congratulations, ladies. We appreciate you. Next is our 2022 boys soccer team. Again, don't have our complete record on the season was 13-3. We did happen to win the division that year by actually backing into it. We lost twice to our divisional opponent, Gloucester, that year, but we're able to do so well against the upper half of the league that we captured the Finch division title. So my boys soccer team members who are here from the 2022 conference championship team, please stand up. Coach Sullivan from that here this evening, he has some dental work done today, and he's not feeling well. Thank you guys for coming. Now on to our 2023 boys basketball team. We have a number of coaches and players here. They are obviously still members of the team. We did lose a few seniors last year, but the 2023 boys basketball team had a record of 13-7. They were ranked 17th in Division III. We traveled to Seacom on a very long journey and lost in the round of 32 to a tough Seacom team. Some of the highlights from last year's team included that they won the David Green tournament in Winthrop. We had two very strong OT wins on the season, and one of the highlights of the year was they came back against Gloucester from a 17-point deficit to take the win over a divisional opponent and help secure that banner. So guys, 2023 basketball team members, please stand up. Congratulations on our 2023 girls basketball banner. Our team was led by our now former coach, Mr. Surrender, who's here. Thank you, Mark, for everything that you've done for this program for the years. We understand you've started a new journey and you're happy to be a dad. We miss you, but we appreciate the staff that we have now as well. The record for that team was 13-8 last year. We were ranked 20th in Division III. We traveled to number 16 Archbishop Williams in the round of 32 and lost to a powerhouse program. Congratulations, ladies. That was an accomplishment, being in the game with them and competing as well as you did. I was there. I was impressed, and can't wait to see what else this season will bring. Some of the highlights of that team, they're a very young team. There were 0 seniors on that team last year. And with this year's group, as we know, we have a very large group of seniors who, when they leave, they will be missed. We appreciate everything that they've all done because they're all multi-sport athletes as well. So thank you to you, the members of the 2023 girls team. If you could stand up, give you a round of applause and say thank you so much. Our 2023 softball banner, that team, excuse me, their record was 11-9. They were ranked 31st in Division III. They lost to number 32, Bristol Plymouth here in the round of 32, and Bristol Plymouth went on to lose to an extremely strong Dighton Rehoboth team who made its way pretty nicely right on through the tournament. So they had a divisional record of 7-1. We were a very young team, which bodes well for this season too, to see another banner up there. This was their 7th straight winning season, as well as their 7th straight tournament appearance. So congratulations, ladies and coaches, the members of the 2023 softball team. And last, but certainly not least, this past fall, our girls soccer team treated us to what I would consider probably the most exciting girls soccer game that I have seen in my entire 33-year career in secondary school education. Phenomenal game versus North Reading here, where not only did we go to and through double overtime, but we went to PKs, and we went to the last PK. Terri Carter, absolutely, it's an amazing job in the net. If no one was ever really people put into a situation like that, it is, let's say, stressful to say the least. But Terri prevailed, and her teammates put the ball in the back of the net, and we came up with a great win. Unfortunately, that gave us the right to play the #1 team midfield. And we went there, and I tell you what, that was a close second. That game was competitive right down to the last few minutes. I was so impressed with how we walked in, because as you guys all know, you can walk in and know you're playing the #1 team, and you make a decision when you step on that field whether you're going to buckle under the pressure or whether you're going to go after it. And Coach Coviello and his staff had you guys ready to go, and you competed unlike any team that I've seen going after that #1 seed. So congratulations, and please stand up and be recognized. Thank you. We're looking forward to putting many more banners up. Just so that you all know, the way that it's going to work with these banners is, as the team members from this group, from each banner, progress out of the building, the banner will be moved to another location, so that we can have every year, including if we have 7th graders playing, 8th graders playing, they will be able to, those 8th graders, for example, will be able to enjoy seeing their banner from their championship team up for the entirety of the 5 years that they are in this building. So we get to have those up, and we look forward to adding many, many more. And if I have to fill another wall with them over there, I'll be perfectly content to do that too. Again, congratulations, coaches, players. Thank you to the parents for everything that you do to support our programs. Without you and everything that you all do, we absolutely could not do what we do and do it as well as this. All of your support and everything else does not go unrecognized. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Athletic Director Pillsbury. So finally, when Mr. Hashem and I and Ms. Pillsbury were talking about this night, we knew that in the end we needed a keynote speaker, because you hear from the athletic director, the principal, the superintendent pretty regularly, but for a special occasion we wanted a keynote speaker. And very quickly we realized who we needed to have up at this podium as our keynote. And so we have Mr. Dennis Gould, and he's going to speak to you for a few minutes. Mr. Gould is a longtime advocate for the students of the Saugus Public Schools. He is probably the #1 Sachem superfan now and of any generation. He goes to more games, I think, than anyone else. I'd be hard-pressed to find someone who's at more games and events than Mr. Gould. He's also been a driving force, I might say relentless force, to make sure that these banners came through. And he is someone who cares passionately about the students of Saugus, about honoring everything that they do, and he cares very deeply about Sachem Nation. He is just a wonderful member of our community and of Sachem Nation, and I couldn't think of anyone better to serve as our keynote. So please, a round of applause for our keynote, Mr. Dennis Gould.
Wow, what an introduction. everybody that came out tonight. This is a very important night to celebrate the accomplishments of these great teams. I've had the privilege for 5 years to watch all the teams in Saugus. The only team I can't go to is golf, but I know Kendall and Peyton got it covered. We've got great teams, great coaches, and it's been a great run. The players give it 110%, whether they win, or they go to the conference championships, or they come in 3-12, whatever the case may be. Every game I go to, I see stations giving it all. I appreciate that. The skills you guys learn from the coaches is unbelievable. Our coaches are the best in the Northeast Conference. I'd like to just say thanks to the coaches. You know, during your academic career, you learn a lot of things with math and English and everything else, but there's nothing you can't learn from the social skills you get from the coaches, your teammates, and participating in sports. That'll carry you through when you graduate after high school. Those social skills will carry you through to college, trade, military, or whatever your endeavors may be. I'd like to also give a quick shout out to the AD. She's hired some great coaches. I've worked with her for 4 years very closely. You couldn't have a more dedicated AD than Terri Pillsbury. I'll try to make this short. How you guys all represented Sachem Nation was incredible. As a Sachem person, as a past athlete, not as good as you guys. I try to play every sport, but I didn't play any of them real well. But I was on the only team that won the state championship in cross country in 1967 as a JV. So wear those jerseys proud. Keep going. I can't wait for the spring. I know the girls are going to be awesome. The boys baseball is going to be awesome. And I know the girls this year will finish off basketball even better than last year. Keep it going, Stephen.
Thank you, Mr. Gould. So once again, on behalf of the Saugus Public Schools, I want to thank everyone for coming out here tonight to celebrate our student athletes and all the success of Sachem Nation, and to look ahead to all of the great days that these student athletes have ahead of them, and our future generations of Sachems will have in this gym, on our fields, and in hanging new banners. So please, take pictures of the banners, take pictures with your teammates, enjoy the moment, have a wonderful night, and thank you for coming out.